Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the 13th chapter in EVS Part 2. The name of the chapter is Shivaji Gives the Slip to the Emperor. In the previous lesson, we saw that Shivaji wanted to establish Swaraj to make the people happy. But he was also sad because in the battle, many of his brave soldiers were losing their lives. And so, he wanted to make a treaty of peace with the Mughal emperor. And so, he signed the treaty of peace with the emperor. Now, let's see further. Now, putting his trust in Jai Singh, who was the emperor, Shivaji left for Agra to visit the emperor. We had seen in the previous chapter that he was leaving to Agra because he had signed a treaty of peace with the emperor. So he was leaving to Agra. Before leaving for Agra, Shivaji handed over the administration of his Swaraj to his mother Jijabai and took her blessings. Now with him, who all were the people who left to Agra? So, with him were his son Sambhaji Raje, some chosen Sardars and a few trusted people. He also carried with him a large treasure. Treasure means money. In due course, he reached Agra. Let's see the next point. Shivaji shows his spirit at the emperor's court. On a pre-arranged day, Shivaji Maharaj attended the emperor's darbar, that means the hall. Young Sambhaji Raje accompanied him. At that time, it was Aurangzeb's 50th birthday. After finishing court in Diwan-i-Khas, that is the name of the court where the people were there, the guests were sitting. The emperor entered the hall where matters of states were discussed. In front of him stood his chief sardars in serial ranks according to their status. So how the guests were sitting in the hall were according to their ranks, according to their status. Jaswant Singh Rathod, whom the Marathas had put to flight on many occasions, was in the rank ahead of Shivaji. So there were people who were not that much powerful or not that much in status was sitting in front of Shivaji. Now let's see what happens. The emperor put Shivaji in one of the back rows, which he should not have done it. He made Shivaji to sit in the back rows. Shivaji became angry. After all, he was the king of the sovereign state of Maharashtra. We all know that he was a king of Maharashtra. And his status demanded that he should be in the front rank. He should be sitting somewhere in the front row. But the emperor put him in the behind rows. This was a deliberate insult. It was an insult to Shivaji, which he would not suffer lying down. Angry and insulted, Shivaji was feeling very angry and insulted. He turned his back on the royal presence and made for his residence. So he wanted to go back to his place, to his home. He decided never to see the emperor's face again. We seen that Shivaji was very angry because he was not made to sit in the front rows. So he decided to leave that hall, to leave the darbar. Let's see further. Now here you can see the picture of Shivaji in the darbar. he is already leaving the darbar and he is very, very angry. This is the emperor's court. You can see there are all the guests gathered over there. That's the emperor's court. And it is really justified that Shivaji should get angry here. Now the next point is the Emperor's Treasury. Now after Shivaji leaving, Aurangzeb ordered guards to be posted around Shivaji's residence. Now what did he do? Aurangzeb, the emperor, where Shivaji was staying, outside his home, he kept their guards. Shivaji Maharaj and Sambhaji Raje thus became, for all practical purposes, the emperor's prisoners. Now, who are the prisoners? The people who are kept in the jail. Now, as Shivaji was staying in his house and Aurangzeb had ordered guards over there, so Shivaji and Sambhaji Raje became the prisoners because they could not go out of the house. Shivaji understood the emperor's treasury. That means he started understanding his plan. He realized that the emperor would never let him return to Maharashtra. So he knew that the emperor would not let him go to his place. Days and weeks passed. Then one day Shivaji petitioned to the emperor for permission to return to Maharashtra. So Shivaji was pleading to the emperor that let me go to my place. He tried again and again, but every time his request was turned down. The emperor did not allow him to go. Then Shivaji made up his mind to escape from the emperor's clutches. Now you know that Shivaji always used to make plans before also to escape from a place. To begin with, he obtained the emperor's permission to send back to the south the persons who had accompanied him to Agra. The next is, the emperor was happy. He thought that Shivaji Maharaj would never be completely isolated. The only persons left with him now were Sambhaji Raje and the two servants Hiroji Farjan and Madhari Mehta. So these were the only people who were left with Shivaji. Soon after, Shivaji Maharaj pretended to be ill. So he started making a plan. He pretended that he was sick. He complained of a severe pain in the stomach. Doctors were called. They started treating the patient. They started treating Shivaji. Then what did Shivaji do? Shivaji started sending out huge baskets of sweets to sadhus and Maulavis for his quick recovery. To get recovered soon, he started giving sweets to the sadhus, that are the holy men, to people. Now next, let us see the escape from Agra. How did Shivaji escape? In the beginning, the guards outside would examine the baskets. Now Shivaji was sending sweets outside, so they used to check. In the course of time, they got tired of this daily routine and stopped it. Now Shivaji used to send the sweets every day to the people. So after some days, they got tired checking the baskets. One evening, Shivaji made Hiroji sleep in his bed and asked Madhari to massage his feet. Then Shivaji Maharaj and Sambhaji Raje hid themselves in two of the many baskets that were going out. So there were 4 people of Shivaji. So he made Hiroji and Madhari to sleep on the bed. And Shivaji and Sambhaji they sat in the basket and they were ready to escape. The baskets were supposed to contain sweets and allowed to pass unchecked. At a place previously fixed, Shivaji Maharaj and Sambhaji Raje got out of the baskets. Then their two faithful servants were waiting for them with horses kept ready for flight. Okay, so they escaped from that place. In the meantime, Hiroji and Madhari left the house in Agra under the pretext that they were going to the doctor to get some medicines. Now, there were two of them who were there in Agra. That was Hiroji and Madhari. So now they also wanted to escape. So what did they give a reason? That we are going to take the medicines. The two of them risked their own life and made a valuable contribution to the task of freeing Maharaj from the imprisonment. So we seen that these two of them, the Madhari and Hiroji, they risked their life for Shivaji. Now here you can see the picture of Shivaji escaping on a horseback, his royal servants ready there to take charge of his son Shivaji. Then the emperor came to know of Shivaji's escape the next day. Okay, the next day the emperor came to know. He was wild with rage. He was very angry. His sardars were frightened. The emperor sent spies all over the country to trace Shivaji. So the emperor sent his people to see where Shivaji is. All the search, however, was in vain. They did not get Shivaji. Once escaped, the Maratha lion was never again caught in the emperor's net. Now who's the Maratha lion? That is Shivaji Maharaj. In disguise, that means Shivaji changed his appearance. Shivaji Maharaj started towards Maharashtra. So he started going towards his place, Maharashtra. He left young Shivaji Raje behind in a safe place at Mathura and in due course reach Rajgarh. So while he was going towards Maharashtra, he did not take his son. He kept his son in a safe place at Mathura and he started going towards Rajgarh. Jijamata was overjoyed to see Shivaji safe and back home. 2 months later, Shivaji Raje also arrived. Okay, after Shivaji, after 2 months, Shivaji also arrived safely at Rajgarh. In this way, with great skill and daring, Shivaji gave the slip to the emperor. Slip means escaped from his own place and he did not come to know. And returned to the safety of his kingdom and returned to his place, that is in Maharashtra. Now this all happened in 1666. Okay, in the year 1666. Now your homework is the first question. Shivaji Maharaj left young Shivaji Raje behind in a safe place at dash. The next, why did Shivaji leave the court of Aurangzeb angrily? That's all. Your chapter ends over here. We will learn the next chapter in the next video. Thank you for listening, children. Goodbye. Take care.